Okay, guys, sorry this is a little late. I just got back from Not the Miracle on Grass, but saw that Elisa's screencast had 0 views, so I think I'm good. Alright, this is book 1, 505 through 515. And guess what? Greg's back.
Foribusti vai. Mete a testudine templi, saept armis, solio qualta sub nixa resedet.
Alright, let's get right in. So then, main verb, she sits at the gates of the goddess in the middle of the dome of the temple, surrounded by arms and resting on the high throne, right? Nope, it's actually high on the throne. So that's one of the killers in the AP. They won't accept on the high throne. It has to be high on the throne. Okay, and then just a few notes. Testudine is literally a tortoise, and you think of like the shell of a tortoise. It kind of looks like a dome, so that's where that comes from. So you can just translate it as the dome or of the dome. And then another thing is subnixa can be kind of confusing because you naturally want to translate it as a PPP or PPP det, but in fact it's just resting. Alright, just to sum up here, then she sits at the gates of the goddess in the middle of the dome of the temple, surrounded by arms and resting high on the throne.
Iuradabat legesque viris, operumque laborem, partibus aequabant justis, aut sorte trahebat.
Alright, so she was giving laws and regulations to the men, and she was dividing work and the projects into equal parts, or she was drawing lots. Okay, so a few worthy things of note here. As the book points out, temples, the use of temples for public businesses was very common in Rome, hence Virgil portrays a similar costume to the Carthaginians, making that link, how Aeneas is admiring that. And another thing is, like, it's kind of confusing because lege signora, operum laborum just look like laws, work. So you kind of just have to improvise. So I did laws and regulations and work and the projects. That's what the Virgil project told. So I just went with that. Okay, and then one final thing. When it says, or she was drawing with lots, it means like she tried her best to split it up fairly, but I mean, there's always going to be the tougher draw. I mean, the short end of the bargain, so someone's got to do it. So she just pick randomly. Essentially, it's picked out of a hat for those tasks.
Cum subitae as concursa cedere magno antea surgetunque videt fortemque cloantum teo quorum quali os.
When suddenly Aeneas approaches in a great group, and then he lists off a series of people. Antheus and Sergestus and brave or strong Cloanthum and other take quorums, i.e. Trojans. So one worthy note, this passage is a little dry, but we'll get through it. Concursio Magno are part of an ablet of Manna. And this is just when, just a little bit of background, like he's traveling through Carthage and he sees the great city that Dido is creating. He's a little jealous because he wishes that could have been his city. And now he sees in the temple a group of fellow Trojans that he hasn't seen since their boats were washed away. So this is crazy for him because he sees all his friends after a long time thinking they're probably dead. So he goes on to explain that.
Aterquos aequore turbo dispulerat penitus quali as a vexoratoras.
here it says, whom the black storm had driven them in all directions on the sea, and had carried deep to other shores.
Obstipuit simo ipse simo percussus acetes laetitiaeque metuque avidi coniungere dextras ardebant, sed res animos incognita turbat.
At the same time, he himself stood agape. At the same time, Achates is thunderstruck, at, both with joy and with fear. They eager were burning to join hands, but the unknown matters troubles their hearts. So this may seem a little awkward with the eager going in front of the verb, but that's like what you have to do, because English wants it to be an adverb, so they burned eagerly. But here, it's Latin wants it to be an adjective, so they eager burning is just the literal one. And remember the both and for the AP. Crucial. Alright. So thanks for watching the end. Here's a link to Greg's channel. Always a good guy.